Fatinur Shaida. I'm the leader of Group 3 from Section 105 that consists of 5 members, which is Lo Injuan, Aina Marzia, Nurul Ain, Nurul Adila, and me myself. For our final project in oral communication in English, we have conducted an interview about the importance of having a breakfast. We have prepared a 7 questions about our topic, which is, do you think breakfast is important? Have you ever skipped your breakfast? If so, how often? What are the disadvantages of skipping a breakfast? Usually, what will you take for breakfast? Could you tell the benefits of having a breakfast? What is the healthiest thing to eat for breakfast? And last but not least, how do you feel when you not eat breakfast? Hi again, my name is Fatinur Shaida. I would like to introduce my interviewee. Her name is Mutmainna. She is 18 years old and currently she's a pre-university student of SMK Kinabutan Tawau. Our interview session has been set up in Kampung Kinabutan Kecil. Throughout the interview process, I started by asking her a simple question such as, how are you? Can you speak English? And ask for her time. Then we started to gather a small information about my interviewee, such as asking her name and her ages. Back to the main goal, I started the question and answer session where I asked her 7 questions that we have chosen about our topic. And lastly, I wrap up the interview session with thanks her for participating with my interview project. That's all.
Hello everyone, my name is Aina Marzia from Section 105. As you know, we were given a task for our final project, which is an interview. Okay, the main point of me presenting today is to share with you guys the process of me interviewing my friend. So I decided to choose my roommate as my interviewee as it is more convenient and safer as we were trying to keep our distance from other people during this COVID-19 outbreak. My interviewee's name is Sarah Limihua, and we usually call her Sarah. She is 21 years old and currently majoring in economics, which is international marketing, or as known as HE21. Okay, process during interview. At first, I was asking her if there is anyone that I can interview for my final project, but she chose to volunteer herself for the interview. Okay, firstly, I print out the consent form for her to fill up and to get her signature, and then we start to record the interview video. However, it rained on the evening, so we decided to postpone the interviews till the next day. Then, the next afternoon, we record our interview with the help of my other housemate. Even though we had to reshoot our interview for the 5th time due to unavoidable noise, we still managed to record it smoothly. Okay, the interview was located at our corridor of our house, which is at Beta 3 on 29 April 2020.
Hi, my name is Launjan. My metric number is BG19110406. I'm taking oral communication in English. I'm from Group 3, Session 105. Today I want to present my final interview project that I have done in last month. I will sharing my process of doing this interview project. First, I and my group member will do a discussion to decide which topic we have to choose. We create the 5 basic questions and 7 issues related the topic, and we will discuss the question with the lecturer. My interviewee name is Lo Wei Huan. He is my little brother and he is 17 years old. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, so I decided to do my interview at my home. Before I start my interview, I had asked the permission from my brother and explained to him what I was going to ask. After end the interview, I had to edit my interview project which is transcribe my interviewee answer in the transcription sheet and combine another group member's interview video.
As we can see, my interviewee is my own cousin. Her name is Siti Aisha, or called as Aisha. She is 19 years old and she is a student. The interviewee are conducted in my home at night. This is because the interviewee was busy during the day. She has a lot of assignment to do because she is a student. So, here are the process of interview. First, I looking for people for interview. It is hard actually to find interviewee. It is because my parents are not fluent English and also my siblings. Luckily, I can convince my cousin to be my interviewer. Next, I provide the form to be signed by the interviewee. Next, I tell her what is the question about, which is breakfast. After that, I start with 5 basic questions such as name, age, and ask her if she already breakfast or not, and followed by 7 topic questions.
Hello, my name is Nurul Ai. I would like to explain about my content. Okay, first of all, I bring the interview in the interviewee home, which is her places. Next, my interviewee is my school friend, which is her name Najwanisa binti Tusin. Okay, for the process, the first one, I asking my friend to be my interviewee, and she agree with that. Next, I prepare some question for the interview and give some example to the interviewee. Third one, I'm going to the interviewee home. To that, I give some form of interviewee to fill in. Next, I start the recording of the interview session until the end. That's all for my content.
So, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can you speak English?
Yes.
Can you speak English?
Yeah.
Can you speak English? Yes, I can.
Can I have some of your time for our interview project?
Yeah, sure.
So can I have some of your time for our interview project?
Sure, why not?
Can I have some time of your time for our interview project about chemistry?
May I know your name?
My name is Lo Wei Huan.
May I know your name?
My name is Sitaisha and you can call me Aisha.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
How old are you? 20 years.
How old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
Do you think breakfast is important to you?
Yes, I think breakfast is important for us.
Do you think breakfast is important for you?
Yes, because I think breakfast can help to kickstart our metabolism and help us to function well throughout the day. And I also think there are a few reasons why breakfast is important for us.
Do you think breakfast is important to you? Yeah, it is important for me.
Have you ever skipped breakfast? If so, how often and why?
I never skip my breakfast before because breakfast is very important for me. I will eat breakfast every day, even I'm going to work very busy or what. I will still having my breakfast before go to work or go to school.
Have you ever skipped breakfast? If so, how often and why?
Never. I will always take a breakfast every morning. Even I'm late to school, I will grab at least biscuit to eat in the bus on my way to school.
Have you ever skipped breakfast? If so, how often?
Sometimes I do skip breakfast because I am hurry. Maybe twice a week I skip my breakfast.
Oh,
What are the disadvantages of skipping breakfast?
I think skipping breakfast is very unhealthy because if for me, if I don't take my breakfast, I won't have the energy to function well throughout the day, and it can also cause overeating.
What are the disadvantages of skipping breakfast? Actually, if we do not eat breakfast, our body will not working properly, especially brain. Also, body needs fuel, increasing metabolism for whole.
Usually, what will you take for breakfast? Bread or something else?
Oh, okay. Usually, I will take my I will eat bread as my breakfast. If I got free time, I will do some healthy breakfast for my family. Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's good.
usually what will you take for your breakfast? Bread or something else?
Usually, I will take bread and some coffee, and sometimes I take noodles for my breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Usually, what will you take for breakfast? Bread or something else? I usually take fruit, but also bread, but I always take fruit such as banana.
Could you tell me the benefit of having breakfast before you start your day? Yes, sure. The benefit of having a breakfast before starting our day will provide us a lot of energy. It's also good for our health.
Could you tell me the benefits of having breakfast before you start your day?
In my opinion, I think it helps to provide a lot of energy before I start my day, and it is also very healthy.
So, could you tell me the benefits of having a breakfast before you start your day?
The benefits of having breakfast is we feel energetic to start our day.
So, what is the healthiest thing to eat for breakfast?
Healthy thing. For me, healthy thing, I think the breakfast, I will get some oats or wholemeal bread with some scrambled egg and a cup of tea.
What is the healthiest thing to eat for breakfast? Healthiest thing, fruit I guess, and fiber, also protein such as egg. Yeah.
What is the healthiest thing to eat for breakfast? There are a lot, but what I want to mention here is that having half-boiled egg in the morning can reduce calories intake at the next meal and help maintain steady blood.
How do you feel when you do not eat breakfast?
I feel very unhealthy because when I don't take my breakfast, it affects my mood.
Really?
Yeah, for the entire day, and I get hungry easily.
How do you feel when you do not eat breakfast?
I will feel very angry and in a bad mood when I'm not having my breakfast. This is because breakfast provides us energy to start our day. So if I do not having breakfast, I will eat more in the afternoon and I will getting fatter. So I will choose to eat my breakfast every day.
Alright.
Thank you for spending your time with me today.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you for your very good time.
Okay, thank you.
So that's all I want to ask from
yeah.
you. Thank you for participating in my interview project. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, bye.
Based on the interview, most of the respondents agree that breakfast is important for them as an essential nutrient. As we know, our body needs important nutrients calcium, iron, and vitamin as well as protein and fiber to compensate for later in the day. This is because breakfast gives our body an essential nutrient to perform. Unfortunately, there's some people do not take breakfast. Those who do not take breakfast in the morning, they will feel unhealthy and also lose their focus on their work. This is why we need breakfast, because it provides enough energy to start your day. COVID-19 issue has hit the world around the world and bring a lot of impact to everyone. As a student, I could say that our final project, which is interview, isn't something easy. We have to do an interview. At the same time, we have to follow the standard operating procedure SOP from the government. During this interview session, I could say that I'm facing some challenge, such as a noisy environment from the sounds of animal, sounds of people, and sounds of transportation. Besides, I'm having trouble on searching a person to be interviewed. It is because most of people are trying their best to keep a distance, one meter distance to prevent the virus transmission. Gladly, I found someone that wants to be interviewed by me. Last but not least, I'm type of introverted person. Doing an interview isn't something easy for me. Approaching other people is out from my box because I'm having trouble to start a conversation and get along with a new people. But still, I try my best to face my fear. It is because if I want to become a great person, I have to improve my communication skill, because it is very important. So I could say that from this final project of oral communication in English, I could say that my communication skill has a little bit improvement.
Self-reflection. Okay, doing this interview was much harder than I was expecting. When I first read the assignment, I just thought this would be not a big deal and I would be not nervous. To my surprise, it was quite nerve-wracking. During this interview, I admit that I have a few challenges. I am not a social well-being, therefore it was hard for me to interview someone as I did not realize the importance of communication until I get into the university. Besides that, one of my major weaknesses that I found while doing this interview was that I was so focused on eye contact. So it was really easy for myself to just ask the questions and get lost in the answer while trying to figure out what question to ask next. However, I feel that the interview went really well. So I start the interview by asking some general question first to get to know the interviewee better, such as her name and age. I think by starting with these questions that focus on the interviewees is way better to make her feel comfortable when it comes to answering my questions.
I will share with you my self-reflection doing this project. First, I had little bit disappointed because I don't have chance to interview a foreigner because of this pandemic or COVID-19 pandemic. Next, this interview project helped me talk more in English, even sometimes my pronounce is not very good. Furthermore, it also will keep improving my communication skill to people. Once I learn to speak in English very well, people can understand my question. Last, this interview also challenged myself be more confident if you want to talk with another people. Because I am a shy person, want to talk with another people, and I scare people don't understand my question.
There are some challenges that I have faced during the interview session. The main challenges that I have faced is environment factor, which is noisy. As my house is near to development, it is so noisy. Other than that, I have niece at home. I and my interviewee have to wait until the environment clear. Next, the interview takes long time to finish. We need to do it several times because the respondent little shy and the interview finally done after 45 minutes. Those are the challenges that I have faced during the interview session.
Okay, for the self-reflection part, I feel great while doing this final project because we can know people' opinion about our topic, which is important of having breakfast. But it also has a challenges where I need to find a person as interviewee to complete my interview part. It is hard to find interviewee because I stay in my hometown during the movement control order and cannot go anywhere. Luckily, one of my friend want to help me to do this interview project, being as respondent. I can interview my family members because they're not fluent to speak English and shy to appear in the video. Not all people willing to appear in the video. This project still great even we cannot go anywhere to do the interview and also to do interview foreigner like the first instruction for this assessment due to COVID-19 problem. It can make us know more about Malaysian people opinion for breakfast and how their breakfast routine. That's all. Thank you.
Conclusion. As a conclusion, I can say that our first interview experience by far is during this final project as me and my group mates have never experienced an interview like this before. Even though doing our project during this pandemic season was quite challenging to me and my group mates, we will still manage to complete it on time. I found that this interview project not only helped us to engage better and train us for our future, but I also believe that our flaws during this interview could be polished through timely practice and adequate preparation. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.